Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. The supremacy battle between different political leaders in the coast today aired out in front of President William Samoei Ruto, and he had to watch very helplessly as people were heckling his right-hand man, Ali Hassan Jichupevu. In fact, ever since the former governor Ali Hassan Joho was nominated as one of the CSS into the Ruto government, there have been jitters in that area because people like Hassan Omar, Aisha Jumwa, and Joho, all of them have been trying to fight it out just to show who is the interim or the de facto coastal leader, who controls the coast. And maybe I would ask at this juncture, who exactly is the de facto leader in the coast? And I know they've been following Raila's political ideology, the ODM, but if you remove Raila, between Ali Hassan Joho, Ali Hassan Omar, and Aisha Jumwa, and even Jichupevu, who exactly is the de facto leader there? Now, William Ruto, after nominating Joho, he was on top of vehicles campaigning and he started his government tours of inspecting government projects. Now, today there was a function in Nyali, and that is the bedrock, the bedroom of Jichupevu. And while it was his time to address that crowd, he was heckled and humiliated in front of William Samoei Ruto. Let's watch again this video that most of you have seen.
Watu wa Mombasa, unaona juzi ziliambiwa kama nitampatia wito, akachanganyikiwa, akasahau kuita rais. Leo wamekimbia wote.
So this video has gone viral, and I think it must have been very painful for William Samoei Ruto watching his man being heckled in front of him. And this is all because ever since after William Ruto appointed Joho into that very docket, it's maritime economy or something, there was a bit of jitters. And people like Jichupevu were saying that Joho had hired some crowd. He was paying them to welcome William Ruto. He was paying them to show William Ruto that he's loved in that area, that they welcome his appointment. And today, the truth was about to be known, because in front of William Ruto, in an area that largely voted for, it voted for ODM, but for the member of parliament, the parliamentary seat, they have voted for Jichupevu, I think, twice. The first time, Jichupevu went as an independent candidate, I think, I stand corrected. And then the second time, he fully joined UDA. So they were to flex their muscles and to show exactly who is the kingpin, because I understand that Jichupevu is thinking, or William Ruto is trying to look at who to sponsor as a gubernatorial candidate in Coast, who to become the main right-hand man in the Coast. Because William Ruto is looking at 2027 and is trying to balance his cards. Because right now, they seems to be working with Raila Odinga, but you never know with politics. He's beginning to think, who can he take? Because Ali Hassan Omar tried to wrestle that power from Joho, tried it with the current governor of Mombasa, but he could not. Even Aisha Jumwa contested for a gubernatorial position in Kilifi, I think, and they were ousted by ODM. ODM still entrenches itself in that area. And that is why Raila decided to nominate Joho to join William Ruto, because he knows very well that when he picks Joho, Joho still resonates with very many people. He's a force to reckon with. So this was a a setback to William Samoei Ruto. And in fact, it was a moment for Joho to show William Ruto that I'm still the man here. Joho has been a thorn in the flesh to the previous government. When he was a governor, there was a tug of war between him and Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto then in their second term. And very many people thought that maybe now that he's out of power, they could try and push him to the periphery. But that heckling tells William Ruto one thing, that ODM is still the party to watch in that area. It also tells William Ruto that Raila is still the man to watch. Because even come 2027, that area is still going to be controlled. Jichopevu has learned his lessons because it is very humiliating for you to be heckled in front of your boss. Many a times when such meetings are being planned, there's a lot of money that is involved. And if at all Jichopevu was given money even to plan for the rally and that meeting, then it would leave him with a rotten egg on the face because it means he didn't do much. If people were to be given a chance, ladies and gentlemen, in all these 47 counties, you'd realize that William Ruto never won. Because what is coming out now is that William Ruto never won. In most of those areas, you will see that he has to go through someone. Especially in the ODM zones, William Ruto has tried. Because something in his calculations, he was trying to make a political arrangement where he wanted to eat into Raila's stronghold. That is why there was a time William Ruto was trying to galvanize support from Western. At some point, even the governor of Kakamega had indicated that he wanted to work with William Samoei Ruto. And even Abdul Swamad at some point had indicated that he was working with William Ruto until William Ruto hinted that he wanted to sell the port. And he realized he was dealing with someone whom he did not understand. But these people later came to realize that the people on the ground do not resonate well with William Samoei Ruto. And William Ruto has tried as much as he can. He tried working with Otuoma, who is the governor of Busia. People heckled Otuoma, and he realized that it is not a walk in the park. It is not very easy to dislodge ODM in those areas. And so this kind of heckling really shows William Ruto that if he has to go to those strongholds of ODM, he has to go through Raila. That is a fact. And as they try to form political realignments, William Ruto will be very happy because for him to get entry into those areas, it means he has to follow Raila's way. People like Jichopevu will be pushed to the periphery because it is very clear that ODM is still the color to what they are. But one thing I want to finish by saying is this. I personally feel that we should now kick out these older politicians and ensure that we now have the younger politicians. We can mix them, or the older politicians can sit somewhere and we consult them. They must sit there as patrons. They guide the younger generation because one thing I also understand, the younger generation cannot do things on their own. They have the energy, but sometimes they are misguided. They are too exuberant. So the older generation must work very closely with them, guiding them on what to do, but recycling them into power is something that I personally don't support.